Hey, what's up, guys? I want to share some stories this year about ways that God has used me. And I don't mean like used and abused, like He took advantage of me, used me. I just mean He worked through me. He took my life and He did something with it. And something beyond, in a sense, what I could do myself or without Him. But in fact, God was the one at work. And so let me start off with a super simple story to give you an example. This is May 29th, 2013. And the night before, I had been praying by the lake. I was a camp counselor at Sky Ranch. And I'm praying, I'm just looking at the stars, I'm just enjoying the Lord and nature, and I'm kind of asking God, like, hey, what do you want me to pray for? Is there anything in particular? And I feel like what comes to my head is, hey, pray for Lucas, who was the Sky 3 director or whatever, or maybe he was Sky 2, I don't know. Pray for this guy to get a good night's sleep, or pray for his sleep, whatever. So I'm praying, and pretty underwhelming prayer. I would have thought, as my zealous self at that time, that God would say something like, pray for the Holy Spirit to fall on every single child and for just camp to be interrupted because we can't contain what God's doing and no one wants to play zip lines anymore. Everyone just wants to worship all day. Like, that's what I would have wanted to pray, or what I would have thought God would have wanted me to pray. Instead, I'm just praying for this guy to sleep good, whatever that means. So I do. I don't take 30 minutes to pray it, but I, wrote in my journal this, 2-sentence prayer. Lord, give him rest, help him sleep. The next day, I see Lucas Aubrey, man, what a stud. And I'm just asking him, like, hey, just curious, how'd you sleep last night? And he says that he slept well. And check it out, I recorded this in my journal. It says, I was praying for Lucas last night that he'd wake up feeling totally refreshed. I asked him about his sleep, and he told me that he woke up feeling totally renewed and ready to go. And get this, guys. After he tells me that, he goes, actually, I use this app called Sleep Cycle that tracks his sleep. He said he uses this app called Sleep Cycle, and every night it'll score how well you sleep. He said last night was the first time ever that he had gotten a 100% score on this app. And I'm like, bro, I prayed for you. Like, what in the world? So I don't know if he's gotten 100% since then, but I feel like I'm supposed to pray for him, which that in itself is God speaking to me, not just my idea. And then God gives him this crazy, amazing sleep. Like, he responded to my prayer. Obviously, I couldn't, I didn't, go fluff his pillow in the middle of the night, Like, I didn't, put some lavender oil on his feet when he was sleeping, Like, I just prayed. That's all I did. Praying is just talking to God. So, literally, God tells me what to talk to him about, and then I write 2 sentences of a prayer, and then, boom, he gets way better sleep than he's ever had in his life, and he feels like it too. Not just he got this score, but it doesn't line up with his reality, but no, actually, he feels 100% refreshed. This might feel like a super lame story to you, but these are the little things that were blowing my mind in my earlier days of following Jesus. Is like, okay, this isn't impressive, this isn't like multiplying food to feed 5,000 people. So this isn't meaningful from an outside looking in perspective, but from the inside looking in, like, as I am reflecting on Jesus and is he real, is he not? Like, these are just the little things that blew me away and that I just couldn't make up. And I couldn't explain away and I couldn't do, And so, yeah, I guess could it all be just one big coincidence? Like, sure, but what a random coincidence, And so, anyways, that's just one story. I'll share more throughout the year, but man, God has used my life and he's done things through me and just given me more and more evidence of who he is, of his nature, of his character, but also that he is alive, that he's at work, that he moves in power. And I'm excited to share some of those exciting stories throughout this year. But hey, get that 100% sleep score tonight, y'all. Seriously. Maybe, no, I'm not actually going to pray that right now. But I'll talk to y'all soon. Life is worship. God is love.